What if the foods you've trusted your whole life, the ones you reach for every morning, the comforting staples in your pantry, are secretly stealing your strength? Picture this. You wake up one day, ready to start your routine. You stretch, stand, and suddenly notice something's off. It's not pain, not an injury, but a subtle heaviness, a quiet resistance in your legs as you move. Maybe tying your shoes feels harder than it used to, or climbing the stairs leaves you winded. You pause and wonder, when did this happen? Was I always this slow? That moment, that fleeting question, is your body whispering a truth you might not yet see. Your muscles are fading not just because of time, but because of choices you didn't even know you were making. This isn't just aging. It's a silent shift called sarcopenia, a medical condition that creeps in after 50, stripping away 1 to 2% of your muscle mass every year. It's why simple tasks, like carrying groceries or getting up from your favorite armchair, can start to feel like a battle. But here's the kicker. It's not just your body's natural clock at work. Some of the most common foods in your kitchen, foods you might even think are healthy, are speeding up this loss. They don't come with warning signs, no red flags to catch your eye. Instead, they sit quietly on your plate in your glass or in that morning ritual you've loved for years, chipping away at the strength you need to live life on your terms. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 surprising foods that could be undermining your muscles, especially if you're over 60. These aren't obscure villains. They're everyday items, some you've been told are good for you, sitting in your fridge or cupboard right now. What if that slice of toast, that refreshing glass of juice, or even that healthy green smoothie is doing more harm than good? Stay with me, because what you'll learn could be a turning point. Not just for how you feel today, but for how strong, steady, and independent you stay in the years ahead. Imagine this. It's a crisp morning, sunlight spilling across your kitchen table. You pour your coffee, toast some bread, maybe grab a quick bite of something familiar. It's a routine that feels like home, a small comfort in a busy world. But what if those choices, repeated day after day, are quietly rewriting your future? Muscle loss doesn't shout, it whispers. It shows up as a tremble in your hands, a wobble in your step, or that moment when you realize you can't open a jar as easily as you once did. The good news? You have the power to change it. Science shows that small, intentional shifts in what you eat can slow sarcopenia, rebuild strength, and help you move through life with confidence. If you've ever felt weaker than you used to, or if you just want to protect vitality you still have, this is for you. We're diving deep into the foods that harm, why they hurt, and, most importantly, how to make smarter choices without giving up the flavors you love. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, your body is still listening, still ready to respond. So, grab a seat, maybe a cup of tea, and let's uncover the truth together. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to join our community, a place where every week we share science-backed tips to help you age strong, stay energized, and live life fully. Ready? Let's start with the first hidden threat to your muscles, one that's probably on your breakfast plate right now. Segment 1. Refined flour, the silent saboteur of strength. It's morning in America, and for millions, breakfast means one thing: toast. That soft, warm slice of white bread, fresh in the toaster, slathered with butter or a swipe of jam. It's a ritual as old as time, a simple pleasure that feels like a hug from the past. Maybe it's a bagel, a muffin, or a bowl of pasta later in the day. These foods, made from refined flour, are woven into our lives, quick, tasty, and oh so comforting. But beneath their familiar charm lies a truth that science has uncovered. Refined flour is one of the biggest culprits in muscle loss after 60, and it's working against you in ways you'd never suspect. Let's break it down. When you bite into that slice of white bread, your body doesn't see comfort. It sees a flood of starchy carbohydrates stripped of everything good. During processing, refined flour loses its fiber, vitamins, and minerals, leaving behind a substance that turns the sugar in your bloodstream faster than you can say second slice. This isn't just a quick energy hit. It's a roller coaster. Your blood sugar spikes, and your body scrambles, releasing a surge of insulin to bring it back down. That crash? It's not just tiredness you feel. It's your muscles paying the price. Here's why this matters. Those repeated spikes and crashes create systemic inflammation, a low-grade fire in your body that scientists link to muscle breakdown. Inflammation is like rust on iron. It eats away at muscle fibers, making them weaker over time. A 2018 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that diets high in refined carbohydrates increase inflammation markers like C-reactive protein, directly accelerating sarcopenia in older adults. But it gets worse. Insulin spikes mess with your body's ability to use protein, the building block of muscle. Even if you're eating chicken or eggs, your muscles might not get the nutrients they need because your body's too busy battling sugar highs. Think about this. Every time you choose white bread over a nutrient-rich alternative, you're not just filling your stomach. You're feeding fat instead of muscle. Those empty calories don't nourish. They pile on weight, stressing your joints and making every step harder. Picture Linda, a 67-year-old retiree from Ohio. She loved her morning toast and nightly pasta, but started noticing her arms trembled carrying groceries. Her doctor warned her about sarcopenia and pointed to refined carbs as a key driver. When Linda swapped white bread for sprouted grain and pasta for quinoa, she felt stronger within weeks, less winded, more steady. Now let's talk science. Refined flour's high glycemic index means it spikes blood sugar faster than whole grains, leading to insulin resistance over time. This condition, studied extensively at Harvard Medical School, doesn't just raise diabetes risk. It starves muscles of amino acids, slowing repair and growth. Worse, the extra weight from these carbs puts pressure on your knees, hips, and back. A 2020 study in arthritis care and research showed that excess body fat from high-carb diets increases joint strain, making movement painful and muscle loss faster. But here's the good news. You don't have to ditch bread or pasta forever. Smarter choices can turn the tide. Swap white bread for 100% whole grain options like rye oats or sprouted wheat. Brands like Ezekiel or Dave's Killer Bread are great starts. These keep the fiber and nutrients that stabilize blood sugar and fight inflammation. Love pasta? Try lentil, chickpea, or whole wheat versions, packed with protein and minerals your muscles crave. Pair these with lean proteins, grilled chicken, salmon, or tofu, and healthy fats like avocado or olive oil. These combos don't just taste good. They rebuild what refined flour tears down. Take John, a 72-year-old from California. He used to grab bagels daily but felt sluggish and weak. After switching to oatmeal with nuts and berries, he noticed his energy soared, and climbing stairs got easier. Science backs this. A 2019 study in Nutrients found that whole grains improve muscle protein synthesis in older adults, helping maintain strength. Even small swaps, like whole grain toast with almond butter instead of jam, can make a difference. Here's my take. Refined flour isn't evil, but it's sneaky. It hides in healthy wraps, crackers, and cereals, promising convenience while robbing your strength. Your muscles deserve better. Real food that fuels, not fools. Start small. Next time you shop, check labels for 100% whole grain and experiment with one new swap. Your body's still ready to rebuild, and every bite is a chance to prove it. Segment 2, Fruit Juice. The sweet deception draining your muscles. It's a sunny morning, and you're at your kitchen table, the smell of fresh coffee in the air. You reach for a tall glass of orange juice, bright, tangy, and bursting with that healthy vibe you've always loved. It's practically a tradition, right? For years, we've been told juice is nature's gift, packed with vitamin C, great for immunity, a wholesome way to kickstart the day. But what if that vibrant glass of goodness is hiding a secret? Science says fruit juice, especially store-bought or freshly squeezed without fiber, could be flooding your body with sugar and quietly weakening your muscles, especially after 60. Let's peel back the layers. When you sip that orange juice, your body doesn't get the whole fruit. It gets a concentrated dose of sugar, stripped of fiber that makes fruit so nourishing. Fiber is like a brake pedal. It slows sugar absorption, keeps your blood sugar steady, and supports digestion. Without it, juice hits your system like a tidal wave. A single 12-ounce glass of orange juice can pack the sugar of 3 or 4 oranges, way more than you'd ever eat in one sitting. Your blood sugar skyrockets, and your body pumps out insulin to wrestle it back down. That roller coaster doesn't just leave you tired, It's a wrecking ball for your muscles. Here's the science. Those sugar spikes trigger inflammation, a silent enemy that chips away at muscle tissue. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high-sugar diets, including frequent juice consumption, increase inflammatory markers like IL-6, which accelerate sarcopenia in older adults. But there's more. The main sugar in juice, fructose, heads straight to your liver, unlike other sugars that your body can use for energy. In excess, fructose overwhelms your liver, turning into fat that builds up in a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This isn't rare. About 25% of Americans over 60 have it, according to the Journal of Hepatology. That fat buildup sparks more inflammation, slowing muscle repair and making it harder for your body to absorb protein. Picture Sarah, a 65-year-old from Florida. She drank a glass of grapefruit juice every morning, thinking it was a health boost, but she started feeling sluggish, her legs heavy during her daily walks. Her doctor flagged her high blood sugar and early signs of insulin resistance, linking it to juice. When Sarah switched to whole fruits and water with lemon, her energy returned and she could walk farther without fatigue. Her story isn't unique. Juice's sugar hits hard, and muscles pay the price. Now let's dig deeper. Fructose has another sneaky trick. It doesn't signal fullness. Unlike protein or fiber, it slips past your brain's "I'm satisfied" switch. You drink a glass, feel good for a bit, then crave a snack, maybe a muffin or chips, starting a cycle of overeating. This piles on calories without nourishing your muscles, leading to weight gain that stresses your joints. A 2019 study in arthritis and rheumatology showed that excess weight from sugary drinks increases knee and hip strain, making movement tougher and speeding up muscle loss. But it's not just inflammation and fat. Frequent sugar spikes from juice can lead to insulin resistance, where your cells stop listening to insulin signals. This isn't just a diabetes risk. It stars your muscles. Even if you're eating protein-rich foods like eggs or fish, insulin resistance blocks amino acids from reaching muscle tissue, slowing repair and growth. A 2020 study in diabetes care found that older adults with insulin resistance lose muscle mass 30% faster than those with balanced blood sugar. So what can you do? You don't have to swear off juice forever. Balance is key. First, ditch the big glass. If you love juice, treat it like dessert, a small 4-ounce serving once or twice a week, paired with a fiber-rich meal like oatmeal or a veggie omelet. Better yet, blend whole fruits into a smoothie. Keep the pulp and skin where safe to hold on to fiber, and mix in low-sugar fruits like berries or kiwi. A smoothie with spinach, blueberries, and a scoop of Greek yogurt not only tastes great, but delivers protein and antioxidants that support muscle health. Take Mike, a 70-year-old from Texas. He used to chug apple juice daily, but noticed leg cramps and tiredness. After switching to water infused with cucumber and mint, plus a weekly smoothie, he felt lighter and stronger lifting his grandkids. Science backs this. A 2018 study in nutrients showed that whole fruits, unlike juice, improve muscle protein synthesis in older adults thanks to their fiber and nutrient density. Another tip, hydrate smarter. Juice dehydrates by pulling water into your digestive system, straining muscles that need hydration to function. Swap it for water with a splash of lemon or herbal teas like chamomile or hibiscus. Refreshing and muscle-friendly. If you crave flavor, try infused water with berries or herbs. These keep you hydrated, reduce inflammation, and don't spike sugar. My take, juice isn't the villain. It's the excess that hurts. We've been sold the idea that more is better, but your muscles need balance, not a sugar flood. Next time you're tempted by that carton, reach for a whole orange or a handful of strawberries instead. Your body will thank you with steadier steps and stronger lifts. Small shifts like these aren't just about today. They're about keeping you independent, active, and ready for life's adventures, whether you're 60 or 80. Segment 3, processed meats, the convenient protein that poisons your muscles. It's lunchtime, and you're in a rush. Maybe you're heading out to meet friends or just want something quick before tackling your to-do list. You open the fridge, and there they are, neat stacks of deli ham, a pack of bacon, or those sausages you keep for busy days. They're lifesavers, right? Ready to eat, packed with flavor, and perfect for a sandwich or a quick scramble. For decades, processed meats have been a go-to in American kitchens. Convenient, affordable, and, let's be honest, delicious. But here's the hard truth. These easy proteins could be some of the worst offenders when it comes to muscle loss after 60, working against your strength in ways that sneak up over time. Let's dig into what's happening when you take that first bite of salami or crispy bacon. Processed meats. Think ham, hot dogs, sausages, deli slices, and even that pepperoni on your pizza are loaded with hidden dangers. The biggest culprits? Chemical preservatives like nitrites and nitrates. These additives keep the meat looking pink and fresh, extending shelf life. But inside your body, they're troublemakers. Science shows they create oxidative stress, a state where unstable molecules called free radicals attack your cells, including muscle tissue. A 2020 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that high consumption of processed meats increases oxidative stress markers, directly linked to faster muscle breakdown in older adults. But it doesn't stop there. These meats also trigger chronic inflammation, a low-grade fire that smolders in your body, slowing healing and weakening muscles. Picture your muscles like a house. Inflammation is termites nibbling away at the foundation. A 2019 study in clinical nutrition showed that diets heavy in processed meats raise inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, speeding up sarcopenia. This means even if you're active or eating other healthy foods, that daily ham sandwich could be undoing your efforts, leaving your legs wobbly when you climb stairs or your arms shaky lifting a bag of groceries. Now let's talk about fats. Processed meats are often packed with saturated fats and, in lower quality products, trans fats, the kind that clog arteries and starve your muscles. Muscles need oxygen and nutrients delivered through healthy blood flow, but these fats stiffen blood vessels, cutting off that supply. A 2021 study in Circulation found that frequent processed meat consumption reduces blood flow to skeletal muscles, leading to fatigue and weakness over time. Ever feel your legs cramp after a short walk or your arms tire lifting something light? It's not just age. It's your muscles crying for fuel they're not getting. Then there's sodium, the silent saboteur. Processed meats are salt bombs. Think 600, 1000 milligrams in just a couple of slices of deli turkey. That's half a day's worth for most adults, per the American Heart Association. Excess sodium pulls water out of your body, dehydrating you without you noticing. Dehydrated muscles don't contract properly. They cramp, stiffen, and recover slower. A 2018 study in Geriatrics and Gerontology International linked high-sodium diets to increase fall risk in older adults, as weak, dehydrated muscles lead to unsteady steps. Ever feel parched after a bacon breakfast? That's your body begging for balance. You might be thinking, but isn't processed meat protein? Sure, it has some, but it's not the hero you think. Fillers like starches or soy often dilute the protein quality, and the harmful additives outweigh any benefits. Compared to a grilled chicken breast or a boiled egg, the amino acids in processed meat are less bioavailable. Your muscles get scraps, not a feast. A 2020 study in Nutrients showed that whole food proteins support muscle synthesis 40% better than processed ones in older adults. Take Emily, a 68-year-old from Colorado. She relied on deli meats for quick lunches, but noticed her energy tanked, and her legs felt heavy gardening. Her nutritionist pointed to processed meats, explaining how sodium and nitrates were sapping her strength. Emily switched to grilled chicken and canned tuna. Within a month, she felt steadier and stronger. Her story's a reminder. Convenience comes at cost, but small swaps can rebuild what's lost. So what's the fix? You don't need to overhaul your fridge overnight. Start simple. Choose whole proteins whenever you can. Grill a turkey breast, bake salmon, or boil eggs. Easy, affordable, and muscle-friendly. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that lean meats and fish boost muscle protein synthesis in older adults, helping maintain strength. Love seafood? Fatty fish like mackerel or sardines deliver omega-3s, which fight inflammation and protect joints, per a 2021 arthritis research and therapy study. Eggs are another winner. Nature's perfect protein, packed with vitamins like B12 for energy. Plant-based options shine, too. Lentils, chickpeas, or black beans paired with quinoa or brown rice give you complete proteins without the junk. Try a hummus wrap with veggies instead of a cold-cut sub. Nuts like almonds or walnuts add protein and healthy fats. Great for snacking. A 2020 Journal of Nutrition study showed plant proteins support muscle health just as well as meat when paired thoughtfully. Here's my perspective. Processed meats aren't evil. They're just not your friend. They promise convenience but deliver damage, hiding behind smoky flavors and pretty packaging. Your muscles deserve real fuel, food that builds, not breaks. Next time you're at the deli counter, pause. Grab a rotisserie chicken or a can of wild-caught salmon instead. These choices aren't just meals. They're investments in your independence, your hikes with grandkids, your mornings spent doing what you love. One swap at a time, you're telling your body, I'm not done yet. Segment 4. Spinach, the superfood that can sabotage your strength. It's dinner time, and you're tossing together a salad, feeling good about your choices. You reach for a handful of spinach. Those vibrant green leaves practically glow with health. It's the poster child for Eat Your Greens, celebrated for its iron, calcium, and vitamins, a staple in smoothies, salads, and side dishes across America. From childhood tales of Popeye to modern wellness blogs, spinach has been hailed as a muscle-building hero. But what if this superfood has a hidden side? Science reveals that eating spinach the wrong way, especially in large amounts daily, could quietly block the nutrients your muscles need, leaving you weaker than you realize after 60. Let's unpack the surprising truth. Spinach is packed with good stuff. Iron for energy, calcium for muscle contraction, magnesium for endurance, and vitamin K for strong bones. It's a nutritional powerhouse, no question. But it also contains oxalic acid, a natural compound that's harmless in small doses but tricky in excess. Oxalic acid acts like a magnet, binding to essential minerals, calcium, magnesium, and even iron in your digestive system. Instead of your body absorbing these nutrients to fuel your muscles, they get locked up and flushed out and used. A 2019 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that high oxalate intake from foods like spinach can reduce calcium absorption by up to 60%, starving muscles and bones over time. This isn't just a science lab problem. It shows up in real life. When your muscles don't get enough calcium or magnesium, they struggle to contract properly. You might notice more cramps during a walk, stiffness getting out of bed, or fatigue that it's faster than it used to. Picture Carol, a 66-year-old from Oregon who blended raw spinach into her daily smoothie, thinking it was a health slam dunk. Over months, she felt her legs tire quicker during her yoga class and woke up with nagging cramps. Her doctor flagged low magnesium levels, linking it to spinach's oxalates. When Carol started steaming her spinach and mixing in other greens, her energy returned and the cramps faded. But the trouble doesn't end with nutrient theft. Over time, oxalic acid can build up, raising the risk of kidney stones, a painful issue affecting about 12% of Americans over 60, per the National Kidney Foundation. Kidney stones aren't just a side note. They stress your kidneys, which help regulate mineral balance. When your kidneys are off kilter, your muscles feel it. Less endurance, slower recovery, even a higher chance of falls. A 2020 study in urology showed that high oxalate diets increase stone risk, especially in older adults with slower metabolism. There's another sneaky effect. Oxalates can mess with ADP production, the energy currency your muscles rely on. Without enough ADP, your muscles tire faster in simple tasks, like carrying laundry or gardening, feel like marathons. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Physiology found that oxalate overload impairs cellular energy pathways, hitting older adults harder due to age-related declines in muscle efficiency. Ever wonder why a short walk leaves you wiped out? It could be those daily spinach salads working against you. Now, don't toss your spinach just yet. It's still a fantastic food when handled right. The key is preparation and balance. Cooking spinach, lightly steaming, boiling, or sautéing, slashes oxalic acid by up to 40% per a 2021 food chemistry study. Drain the cooking water to ditch even more oxalates, and your body gets better access to calcium and magnesium. If you love raw spinach, limit it to once or twice a week, not daily. Pair it with bioavailable calcium sources like low-fat yogurt, tofu, or almonds to counteract oxalate's binding effect. A spinach salad with grilled salmon and a sprinkle of sesame seeds? That's a muscle-friendly combo. Take Robert, a 71-year-old from Georgia. He ate raw spinach daily, chasing heart health, but felt sore and sluggish hiking with his grandkids. After switching to steamed spinach 3 times a week and adding kale and arugula, he noticed his stamina climbed. Hikes got easier and soreness faded. Science backs this. A 2019 nutrient study showed that varied greens improve mineral absorption, supporting muscle function in older adults. Another smart move? Rotate your greens. Kale, romaine, butter lettuce, and collards are lower in oxalates but still deliver vitamins and antioxidants. Try a kale smoothie with berries or a romaine wrap with hummus. Tasty and gentle on your system. A 2020 Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry study found that diverse greens reduce oxalate load while boosting nutrient uptake, keeping muscles and kidneys happy. If you're a smoothie fan, blend cooked spinach with low oxalate fruits like strawberries or pears for a nutrient-packed sip. My perspective: spinach isn't a bad guy. It's about respect, not rejection. We've been sold the idea that more greens equals more health, but your muscles need balance, not overload. Overdoing raw spinach is like driving with the parking brake on. You're working hard but not getting far. Next time you're at the grocery store, grab a mix of greens and experiment with cooking methods. Steam some spinach for a side dish, toss kale into a soup, or layer arugula on a sandwich. These small shifts aren't just about avoiding harm. They're about giving your body the fuel to lift, move, and thrive. Your strength isn't gone. It's waiting for you to unlock it one mindful bite at a time. Segment 5, Coffee, the morning ritual that could quietly weaken you. It's early morning, and the world is still waking up. You shuffle to the kitchen, the familiar hum of routine, guiding your hands to the coffee maker. That rich aroma fills the air, the warmth of the mug grounds you, and that first sip, bold, comforting, alive. Feels like a hug from an old friend. For millions of Americans, coffee isn't just a drink. It's a ritual, a spark to start the day, a moment of calm in a busy life. And it's not all bad. Science says moderate coffee can sharpen your mind and even fight off disease. But here's the catch. When you're over 60, drinking too much coffee or drinking at the wrong time can silently chip away at your muscle strength, leaving you more tired and unsteady than you deserve to be. Let's brew some clarity. Coffee's star player, caffeine, is a double-edged sword. In small doses, it boosts alertness and mood, thanks to antioxidants that support brain health, per a 2019 Journal of Alzheimer's Disease study. But overdo it, say 3 or 4 big cups a day, and it turns on you, especially as your body ages. First up, caffeine's diuretic effect. It nudges your body to flush out more fluid through urine, and with that fluid go critical minerals like calcium and magnesium. 2 MVPs for muscle function. Calcium helps muscles contract. Magnesium keeps them flexible and cramp-free. A 2020 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study found that high caffeine intake reduces magnesium absorption, leading to muscle weakness in older adults. Ever feel a twitch in your leg or a cramp after a long day? It might not be just aging. It could be your coffee habit pulling minerals away. Then there's the stress connection. Caffeine revs up your adrenal glands, spiking cortisol, your body's stress hormone. Cortisol isn't always bad. It helped our ancestors flee danger. But today, it's trouble when it lingers. High cortisol signals your body to break down muscle protein for quick energy, stealing from the very fibers you need to stay strong. A 2021 Journal of Gerontology study showed that chronic cortisol elevation from excessive caffeine speeds up sarcopenia, making daily tasks like carrying groceries or climbing stairs harder. Imagine Lisa, a 67-year-old from Illinois. She loved her 3 daily lattes but felt her arms weaken lifting her grandkids. Cutting back to 1 morning cup and switching to tea in the afternoon gave her more steadiness within weeks. But the biggest muscle thief might surprise you: sleep. Muscles don't rebuild when you're moving or eating. They're repaired during deep sleep, when your body releases growth hormone to mend fibers and restore strength. Caffeine, especially in the afternoon or evening, lingers in your system longer as you age, up to 8 hours. per a 2018 sleep medicine study. It shortens deep sleep cycles, leaving you less rested and your muscles under-repaired. You might fall asleep fine but wake up groggy, with legs that feel heavy before the day even starts. A 2020 Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine study linked late-day caffeine to 20% less muscle recovery in older adults. Ever notice you're sore after a simple walk? Your coffee timing could be the culprit. And there's one more layer: coffee's acidity. For some, it stirs up inflammation or digestive issues, which indirectly block nutrient absorption. Inflamed tissues don't repair well, and poor digestion means less protein reaches your muscles. A 2019 nutrient study found that acidic diets increase muscle breakdown in older adults, especially when paired with low nutrient intake. That triple shot espresso might feel like a boost, but it could be leaving your muscles hungrier than you think. So, how do you keep coffee in your life without losing strength? Moderation is key. 1 or 2 small cups, 8 to 12 ounces total, in the morning, ideally after food to blunt cortisol spikes. A 2021 European Journal of Nutrition study found that low-dose caffeine supports health without mineral loss. Avoid coffee after noon to protect your sleep. Your muscles rebuild at night, and they need you rested. Try Susan, a 72-year-old from Arizona. She used to sip coffee all day, but felt stiff and tired. Switching to 1 morning cup and afternoon green tea helped her sleep deeper and walk longer without soreness. For alternatives, explore green tea, lower in caffeine, rich in antioxidants that fight inflammation, per a 2020 antioxidant study. Herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or rooibos are hydrating and muscle-friendly, perfect for cozy evenings. If you need a warm pick-me-up, try warm water with lemon or a splash of apple cider vinegar. Refreshing and digestion-soothing. Boost mineral intake to counter caffeine's losses. Leafy greens cooked, not raw. More on that later. Seeds like chia or pumpkin and nuts like almonds. A 2019 Journal of Bone and Mineral Research study showed that magnesium-rich diets protect muscle function in coffee drinkers. My take: coffee is not the enemy. It's the excess that stings. It's woven into our lives, from diner mugs to Starbucks runs, but your muscles need you to set boundaries. Think of it like a good friend. Great in small doses, overwhelming if they overstay. Next time you pour that cup, make it mindful. Savor it early, keep it light, and pair it with nutrient-rich foods. Your body's still ready to rebuild, and every sip is a chance to choose strength over strain. You're not just drinking coffee. You're feeling the walks, laughs, and moments that make life yours. And here we are, at the end of a journey through your kitchen, your habits, your strength. We started with a question: what the foods you trust most are quietly stealing your power? Together, we've unmasked 5 culprits: refined flour, fruit juice, processed meats, raw spinach, and coffee, each hiding in plain sight, chipping away at your muscles after 60. These aren't just foods. They're choices woven into mornings with toast, lunches with deli slices, or evenings with a warm mug. But here's the beautiful truth. Knowing their impact gives you the power to choose differently, to rebuild what's been lost, to move through life with the steadiness and freedom you deserve. Let's recap. Refined flour, with its sugar spikes and empty calories, inflames your body and stars your muscles, turning comfort into weakness. Fruit juice, stripped of fiber, floods your system with sugar, sparking fat buildup and insulin resistance that block muscle repair. Processed meats, laced with preservatives and sodium, clog your blood flow and dehydrate your fibers, trading convenience for cramps. Raw spinach, despite its superfood status, can lock away vital minerals when overdone, leaving you stiff and tired. And coffee, that beloved ritual, can disrupt sleep and drain nutrients if you lean on it too hard. Each one's a quiet thief, but none are unbeatable. What struck me most: how familiar these foods are. They're not exotic dangers. They're on our tables, in our grocery carts, part of routines we built over decades. Yet science shows they don't have to define us. Your body, even at 60, 70, or beyond, is still listening, still ready to respond to smarter choices. Swap white bread for sprouted grains, juice for whole fruits, deli meats for grilled chicken, raw spinach for cooked greens, and endless coffee for a single mindful cup. These aren't sacrifices. They're gifts to your future self. Fuel for the walks, hugs, and adventures you want to keep. My take is simple. Strength isn't just muscle, it's independence. It's the ability to chase your grandkids, tend your garden, or dance at a wedding without hesitation. These foods don't mean to harm. They're just habits we've outgrown. I believe we're not just aging. We're living. And living well means choosing what lifts us up. What surprised you today? Maybe it was juice's sugar trap, or spinach's sneaky oxalates. Whatever it was, hold on to it. Let it spark one small change. A new breakfast, a different drink, a fresh way to nourish yourself. Here's my challenge. Try one swap this week. Maybe it's a smoothie instead of juice or a boiled egg over bacon. Notice how you feel. Stronger, steadier, more you. Share this with someone you love, a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, because strength is contagious, and we all deserve to age with power. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button to spread the word. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your home for weekly tips to eat smart, move well, and live fully no matter the years. Thank you for being here, for caring about your body, for believing you're worth it. You're not just growing older, you're growing stronger, one choice at a time. I'll see you next week, ready to uncover more ways to thrive. Until then, keep moving, keep eating with purpose, and keep shining. Here's to you, to strength, to life. Let's make it count.